So I just got back from seeing The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. This is the epic finale of the Hunger Games franchise. Now, if you guys saw my other Hunger Games reviews, I've mentioned that, I mentioned it a few times now, that I have not read the books. All I have to go on is the movies. And if you haven't watched my reviews, here's a quick little recap of what I think of the movies thus far. The first Hunger Games. I liked it, but I thought it was, not really my thing. Hunger Games Catching Fire, I thought that was better than the first one. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, so far my favorite, and I have a lot of fun with Mockingjay Part 1. But now let's talk about Mockingjay Part 2. This is the point where Katniss and all the districts are coming together, going to the capital and facing Snow. This is it. This is what everything was building up to, and I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. Yeah. The movie's not bad. I just want to start off by saying this is not a bad movie. I have seen a couple bad reviews for it, but for the most part, people still like it. And when I say it's disappointing, it's because, like I said, I've not read the books. I have no idea what's going on. And I know, I guess if I read the books, I would have been a little bit more prepared, but I have not read the books. And going into this one, because of how much I really liked the last one, I was super excited for it. Because I'm like, oh, okay, part one's the build up, part two's going to be all the epic shit. And it's just, this is not how I thought it was going to end. I thought it would end differently. I thought there would be a lot more action in this movie. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of things about this movie that I like. But as for my expectations, maybe my expectations were too high, and that's why I'm disappointed. But let's talk about the cast. The cast is all great. It's great seeing everybody back. Jennifer Lawrence, Liam Hemsworth, Josh Hutcherson, and Donald Sutherland, Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Banks, Sam Claflin. So yeah, the cast is all good. The story, like the overall storyline is all good. Like the first one, the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, I should say. Part 1 of the last one. I mentioned that it was kind of a war film. It's more of a political thriller. This one is the war film, really. That was just like the build up to a war film. And I gotta say, when the war stuff is happening, when all the action sequences and like the booby traps and stuff like that, if you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And when all the war stuff is going on, the action sequences I think are really good, and I have a lot of fun. To me, those are the best parts of the movie, actually. Like I really enjoyed all that stuff. There's like I will say the first 20 minutes or so of this movie is just it's like so slow. It's like alright, I'm not really into it just yet. But then some stuff happened and it got interesting, but then there was, like I said, it was not how I was expecting this franchise to end. A couple characters die along the way. I'm not going to say who, but for those of you who have read the book, you know who passes away and who survives and all that. And I gotta say, I knew one character in particular was going to die because of the way this film was marketed. I'm like, yep, that character's going to die. Sure enough, it did happen. There were a couple characters that I wasn't really thinking about who died. And then this is non-spoilers right here. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything in the movie, but like I said, the ending of the movie is got a Lord of the Rings Return of the King effect. It's got like 25 different endings. And I don't know if it's like that in the book. I hear that it's like that in the book. But yeah, I was just like, oh, we're going Return of the King on this shit right now. Like I said, it was not the way I was expecting it to end. A lot of it was, the cast is really good, the action scenes are fun, but the problem is, there's just like a lot of scenes with dialogue that I really don't care about. I just want to get all the action. To me, the action's really, really good, but I think there could have been a lot more action in this movie. Yeah. The ending, like I thought it was, like I said, I thought the ending was going to be a lot more, big and grand, and the ending is just like, that's it. It's just like that, right? So, like I said, I do like this movie. I don't want to make it seem like I'm ranting on it because this is not listed as a rant. I'm not going to give it a low grade. I'm going to give it a pretty decent grade. So, I don't hate this movie. I do have a lot of fun with it. I will buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray. So, I'm not saying that this is a bad movie. I liked it, but not as much as I thought I would. And right now, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 is still my favorite of the franchise. If I had to rank them now that we're all done with them, I'm going to go Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. The Hunger Games Catching Fire, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, and The Hunger Games. So it would be it would be 3, 4, no, 3, 2, 4, 1. And that's my order. But my grade for The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, I'm going to give it a B minus. Yeah. I don't know. Like, it was okay. I had fun with it. That's pretty much all I can really say about this particular movie. Have you guys seen The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2? What do you think about it? And what is your favorite in the Hunger Games movie franchise? And did you read the books? Comment your thoughts on the movie down in the comment section below. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it!